My name is Sandra. I've been attending T3C for over 9 years.
My name is Amelia and I've been attending T3C for 28 years.
I'm Michelle. I started coming to TVC in 2006, so it's almost 7 years now. It was in 2009. Gary and I was expecting our first child, Jocelyn, at 37 weeks at my OB appointment. My doctor, she put me to the ultrasound and she said she couldn't find her heartbeat. So we lost Jocelyn.
I was with my 3-month-old son, Jace, and we were visiting my mentor for the first time when all of a sudden he did suddenly become limp in my arms. I thought he'd fallen asleep initially, but when I looked down, he was staring, his lips were blue. En route to the hospital, he had another incident, and every hour thereafter, he had further incidences.
Well, my mom been away for 6 months, and shortly after she got home from the airport, she had a stroke. She suffered a massive internal bleeding of the brain. She went into a coma and she died the next morning.
It was just, word cannot describe what I went through that time. I just take my life, take my life away. I don't know how can I live anymore. The amount of pain, the sadness, the fears.
Definitely panic.
A deep sense of loss, profound sadness, regrets. Regret that I did not get to see her before she died, and I did not have a chance to tell her I love her.
It just came as a total surprise without warning. I was certainly calling out to God in my thoughts at the moment.
At that time, I remember that one night that Gary and I just came home from a family party. Both of us actually broke down. Gary, he got off the car, he ran, and I was sitting in the car crying. And I just say, God, I couldn't handle it anymore. I was crying, I just called to God, I don't know how to do this. And I know that suddenly God almost spoke to me audibly, and he said, nothing can separate my love for you. And truly there's no life, no death that, sorry.
I think God was trying to teach me to allow him to be Lord in my life. During that time, I was tossing between acceptance and anger for a while, but I was finally able to allow God to take away my anger with him, and to accept that God in his sovereignty allowed this to happen in my life. And there's a verse in Job, the Lord gave, the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And this verse meant a lot to me at that time.
I think God was trying to tell me to trust in him. One of the first things that happened as I was trying to get a response from Jace was my mentor put her hand on Jace and immediately said, God healed Jace. And I felt, even though I was a bit panicky at that moment and just trying to help my son, I really felt that God was telling me he was there with us, and it was very comforting.
Well, I still remember the day that when we lost Jocelyn. Pastor Wesley and Pastor Harding.
Pastor Kinson and Bethany had come to visit us.
Pastor Wesley and Hanling, they were very supportive of me and my family during that time.
Our small group, all the T3C friends.
My mentor, and she was there throughout the entire 5 hours.
It was very comforting for me to see so many people from church coming to my mom's funeral to support my family and I. And the church family is like an extended family for me.
And I say, let's put it this way: if there's no church support, no our church communities, I wouldn't be here sharing with you all. I could be still depressed.
I would encourage the community at T3C to continue to pray for one another, to ask one another, you know, how they're doing and what the prayer requests are, because prayer really does make a big difference.
To be a different kind of community to others, I think for us we need to get out of our comfort zone and to reach out to people in our church family who are hurting and suffering and in needs, and even including those whom we do not know well. And I think it's also not just caring for them in the initial period, but to support them and walk with them through their journey.